is claiming to want to help somebody and you're sleeping with them and leading them on that they might have a relationship. You shouldn't sleep with her if you do not want the relationship with her.
We will get into relationship with people.
All right, boom. Before we even get into the next bit of this video, you know, I am sick and tired of women, shall I say, to be fair, because it's usually women that make this comment more than men. In fact, I've never heard a man really say it, to be honest with you. So yeah, this is definitely based on women. But why does Chantel sit there and say that you shouldn't be sleeping for if X, Y, Z? Do people forget that it takes two people to tangle? It takes two people to have intimacy. It's the same as, for example, let's say, for example, a guy says, oh, it's not my fault that she got pregnant. Well, he's wrong for saying that because she got pregnant because you got her pregnant. She can't get pregnant without you. You see what I'm saying? So really and truly, when a guy says, oh, it's your fault that you got pregnant, he can't say that because it's him that got her pregnant. But also at the same time, when a woman says, well, you should never slept with me. No. You allowed me to sleep with you. You see what I'm saying? That needs to stop. That needs to stop. Like, nah. if two people decide to sleep with each other, it is what it is. Nothing else but that. Nothing else. Okay, you're both horny, you're both excited, so you did the damn thing. There you go. Boom, bam. Anyway, just wanted to get that off my chest. Let's continue.
We'll get into relationship with people that need help. And he likes fixing people. You know, domino like snowball effect that it goes on and on and on.
Oh, I'm not starting family with him. Yeah. Oh, I cannot bring the child into this unhealthy situation I am in.
Can you believe that Natalie says something mature for the first time ever? Something mature. I mean, honestly, I sat there and I was like, wow, you actually know not to bring a child. But then again, at the same time, though, I should already know that she knows not to bring a child into a healthy situation, because if that was the case, I'm sure she would have had a kid by now. But of course, she did once upon a time get pregnant, but sadly lost the baby. But either way, though, it is quite refreshing to hear her say, well, I'm not going to have a child in an unhealthy situation, which is fair enough. But let's go back to what the friend says. Talks about how Josh, let me just rewind it back, play it again.
Need help, and he likes fixing people.
Now, here's the thing. No one should be with anybody just because you like to fix people. No one should be with someone just because, you know, you like people that need help. That is not a healthy thing to have, okay? That is a poor mentality. Because really and truly, you're only ever going to make that person feel as if you're only there because they need help. And to make it worse, and trust me when I tell you, because in one of my past relationships, to be honest, I was with somebody that needed me to help them more than anything else. And then once I'd actually helped them, do you know what happened? We broke up. We didn't break up instantly. We probably broke up about probably like a year later or something like that, maybe 2 years later. I can't remember. But the reason why we ended up breaking up is because, you see, the relationship was built on me helping her. By the time I helped her, then therefore, what was our relationship about? What was the foundation? The foundation was the fact that I helped her. But now I wasn't helping anymore. There was no longer any foundation. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, of course, you can always start a new foundation of where it's like, okay, I helped you. Maybe now you can help me, or I helped you, and maybe now we can start a relationship in where it's based on a different perspective. Obviously, there's always that possibility. Do you see what I'm saying? But for the most part, when people get together, due to the fact that they want to just help somebody, to be honest with you, once that person realizes they don't need that person anymore, that they can't help that person anymore, that person's feelings for that person starts to fade away. That wasn't necessarily the case for me per se. It wasn't that. It was more of the fact that for me, I think it was more fact for her. It's like, well, he doesn't need help anymore, and I'm actually a better person now. Maybe I should go and explore my options elsewhere. That was more my situation, to be fair with you. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, which is fine. We was young, you know, very, very young. But either way, though, in this situation here with Josh and Natalie, it seems to me as if once Josh gets to a certain point where maybe he's helped you, he's then like, okay, now what? Either way, though, we continue.
You know, domino like snowball effect that it goes on and on and on.
Oh, I'm not starting family with him. Yeah. Oh, I cannot bring the child into this unhealthy situation I am in. It would be crazy.
We're not even on the family topic. Like we're not even a couple right now. So.
Like who? What status? What status I'm having? Just please say. At least be honest. I'm a human being.
You want me to propose to you? I don't understand what you need here. I don't think bad about you. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, then you can go away.
You're all over the place. You never know. Like, there's no definitive answer of like what you actually want.
At first, my reaction was, well, she wants to be your woman. Okay, she wants you to claim her. She wants you to say that, hey, we're exclusive. Hey, you're my girlfriend. Like, hey, you know, I see a future with you. That's what I was initially first thinking when she was obviously expressing the fact that I need a status. Oh, I want a status from you. And he was like, huh? What? And it definitely came across as if he was being very like wishy-washy or whatever. But then the last line hit different. Mike said to Natalie, when Natalie went back, begging for Mike to take her back, yes, begging, he said, nah, you don't know what you want, you know? You thought that the grass was green on the other side. It wasn't. So therefore you expected me to always be here as your backup plan. That ain't happening, you know? You want all these things, but what do you really want? Do you see what I'm saying? So with that being said, when Josh said what he said there, I was like, it's funny that because Mike basically said exactly the same thing. But hey, let's talk about the whole thing with Mike though. Why is it that hasn't been a part of the conversation? Why has that not been brought up? When it's come to their situation here, it should have really been brought up about how the fact that she went running all the way to Mike, okay, and asking for him back because obviously things didn't work out with Josh. And let's go back to the first thing that Chantel spoke about, how, yeah, but you shouldn't be sleeping with her. Hold on a minute. She ran to Mike. Mike said no. And then what did she do? She ran back to Josh. And what did she do? She continued to choose to sleep with him, continued to choose to still chase him, regardless of the fact that he hasn't claimed her. Natalie has to be accountable for her own wishy-washy freaking behavior. Debbie talking about, oh, you know, I feel like Josh is just a bit wishy-washy. And I don't mean Colts Debbie. I'm talking about Debbie, the one on the season that's hella annoying, with Ruben the Cuban. Yeah, that one. Because the fact is, though, she's the one that's wishy-washy, flicking from man to man. This is the same two guys. She did the same thing last season. Last season, she was in there with Josh the whole time. Come to the table, she left with Mike. Come back to this season, she's back with Josh again. And then right at the end, she runs back to Mike. Oh, and guess what? Mike didn't want her because he told her the truth. And then guess what happens? She runs back to Mike. To Josh. Like, come on, what the hell?
But I know it's wrong to be called a charity case by Josh. You know what that means, a charity
No,
case.
he can be a great guy, just not with me. This is the thing.
When you needed him, he answered the phone, Natalie, and came and he helped you.
This too.
Sorry, but when did Josh say that he was a charity case? Yeah, I just love how people love to instigate things, you know, say things that wasn't really ever said. But don't get me wrong, though. Did it come across as maybe he likes to have a charity case? Maybe yes, but was that the accurate intention? Absolutely not. It's funny, isn't it, how they've gone from, oh, Josh is your sugar daddy, to now that you're Josh's charity case. These people on the whole flipping cast are all wishy-washy. They all need to make their minds up about what narrative they want to run with.
Don't sleep with him, honestly.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't give
Take
it up.
control.
Yeah.
Your cookie. Your cookie's all your power. You give it up and you give it away.
And it's crazy, isn't it? It took for the whole segment for Tyree and Chantel to actually say something that actually made sense. Tyree was right, you shouldn't be sleeping with him, point blank period. And Chantel was right, 100%. If you want to give it away, you're giving it away. That's it. You know, but at the same time though, you know, if only Chantel said that at the very beginning rather than said what she said at the very beginning. But then again though, if I put them together in terms of what she said at the beginning compared to what she says at the end, put it together, okay, cool, it gives a full circle, it makes sense. I'm not going to take that away from her, but I still stand by what I said regardless. But hey.
He's playing me like I'm a toy, like I'm a thing. Charity project, like I'm on my knees begging for his love. And mixed signals from him because it's been like going on and off for 2 years. And honestly, and I move for him. But I don't know if I can anymore. I do have feelings for him. Why would he treat me like an object?
It's funny, isn't it? So just because you have feelings for Josh, it doesn't mean Josh needs to have feelings for you. It's funny, isn't it? Because you have feelings for Josh, you moved for him. But he told you not to move for him. He told you to move for yourself. But you moved anyway. Okay, so it's quite funny, isn't it, how she expects just because she's got a feeling for someone else that they should want her back exactly the same format. This is one of those moments where Natalie can take accountability and learn. Okay, learn this. Just because you like somebody, it doesn't mean they like you back. Just because you sleep with somebody, it doesn't mean that they're gonna want you regardless. Sleeping with a man isn't going to change it. It changes his perspective about whether he wants to be with you or not. Sleeping with a man just says, hey, guess what? I got to sleep with her. That's about it. You see what I'm saying? Okay, that's just the grand scheme of it. Some people have to educate themselves. Okay, have to bring them back to reality. And the reality is that in today's society, right, what some women or a lot of women need to recognize is that for a man to get a woman to sleep with him, it is no longer a chore anymore. It is no longer a hard thing anymore. you can go on a website, whether it's flipping, what do you call it, Tinder or Hinge or whatever, boom, bam, but within the next 48 hours, 20 hours, whatever, you could be sleeping with someone even on the same freaking day, you know what I mean? So the matter of the fact is, though, the power of the P, like Chantel says, to be fair, sadly, it's not really that powerful anymore. That's just the grand scheme of it, you know what I mean? Okay, so using yourself to get a man sexually ain't the way anymore, because really and truly, men, now keyword, men that are looking for a genuine woman, okay, aren't worried about, you know, they're not worried about getting into her pants, because it's going to happen at some point regardless, right? They're more worried about who she is as a person, and also more worried about the fact is, if she comes into their life, is she somebody that's going to give them a headache, or is she someone that's going to enhance their life, and also vice versa? You see what I'm saying? The standards are so different now, you know, but these are honest conversations that people aren't having anymore, because people are too busy out here complaining about, oh, it was his fault, he did this to me, he did that to me, oh, she was this, she was that. Listen, people need to stop playing this pity party or feeling sorry for XYZ and bringing all this trauma and projecting bloody daddy da. No, people need to start self-loving themselves, finding their own boundaries, finding what matters to them most, okay? And then once they do that, then go and look for somebody, and in that moment, just make sure you behave accordingly. Do you know what I mean? But listen, but here's the thing though. I will say this though, but there are still some people in this world, okay, who can meet someone today, sleep with them today, and still be with them 2, 3, 4, 5 years, 10 years later from now. That is still a possibility. I'm not gonna say that's not, you know, because I've seen it work for a lot of people. You know what I mean? Okay, but all I'm saying is that the power of the P, Chantel, I'm sorry to tell you, lady, it's not that deep anymore. It's more about who you are as a person, and also at the same time, why are you still single? Think about that. But nonetheless though, let me know your thoughts and your opinions on the situation obviously with Natalie and Josh. Like I said before, it is a damn shame that they did not bring up the fact that Natalie ran back to what's his name, to Mike, and now running back to Josh again. So if anything, if anyone's acting the wildest out of them two, out of Josh and Natalie, 100% it's Natalie. You couldn't tell me otherwise. With that being said, I'm done. I'm out. Thank you so much for your time. Don't forget to like, subscribe. We're on the road to 60K. And of course, peace.